Hi all. Now that the IPL has recommenced after a 10-day break, we are also back. It is just 3 games old. So welcome to One Pitch Catch again. The first game between RCB and KKR was washed out due to rains. And yesterday we had 2 games, which Punjab and GT won. We'll start with the first game where Punjab beat Rajasthan at Jaipur. Jaga, I think it was again the master of choking chases, RR. That's what happened yesterday. What else did you see, Jaga?
It's the same story as this the செத்த பாம்பே அடிச்சு அடிச்சு பண்ற மாதிரி the same dead horse is being flogged over and over again. வரவன் போறவன்லாம் அடிச்சுட்டு போற மாதிரி. Like this was another instance where they basically went. I think in this game they had to get 39 or 40 in like 6 overs. Sorry, 4 overs with 6 wickets in hand. This is doable, entirely doable in this day and age. It's probably like the 25th time this IPL that they've lost from this kind of position of strength, right? I mean, it's just
Uh,
getting ridiculous. And in the end, they fell short by, I think, 10 runs, which actually puts things into perspective. And I think PBKS was on a hat trick also in the sometime in the last over or something like
I mean,
that. So
it was effectively, see, the last 2 balls were hit for four, so it became by a
correct, yeah.
10-run margin. Uh, but, but actually,
And
I mean,
PBKS recovered pretty well, I think, from a bad start.
yeah, definitely, yes. They were 39 for three and then lost Shreyas also pretty soon. He was not part of the first 3 wickets, but Shreyas also was not. But they managed to score 219, especially with Sashank and Nehal Vadera doing very, very well. But I mean, slightly in support of the Rajasthan batters, how many ever times they have choked the chasers, Dravid has seems to have brought up a very interesting point, Jaga, in terms of he says that it's not right to blame only the batters every time because even yesterday it could have been 20 runs lesser.
Hmm.
A lot of games when it should have been 200, they were chasing 220. When it
Okay.
was 180, it should have been 180, they've been chasing 200. But again, the flip side to it is, in spite of being 200 or 220, the start has been very good from Jaiswal
Yeah.
and Suryavanshi off late in the second half of the IPL. So
And
it's the
Sanju was
mid.
back yesterday.
Yeah, Sanju was back, and it's just the middle order that's not doing the job in a way. But also, Dravid says that the bowlers also could be responsible for for giving away 10, 15, 20 extra runs.
In fact, they're probably should they should be even tighter because they know that if it's going to be a close game, the batsmen are not going to get it done. So maybe even more responsibility on them to curb those last extra 10, 15 runs. Yeah, it's a fair point, but I think there's just collectively they've just been very bad,
Yeah,
including the fielding. So
yeah. So that's
I think
been
it's just, I think maybe the batsmen are basically rebelling in the dressing room saying, what the hell, all the noise around only the batting. How would the bowlers? Okay, fine, I'll tell about the bowlers also.
Dravid being Dravid, he's coming in
Yeah.
support of batsmen, I think. Yeah, but I mean, and one thing that was very impressive yesterday, I was happy about was Shashank Singh. Last
Hmm.
year, when he was picked in the auction, PBKS, the management did not want him. They said that this is not the Shashank that we
This is
wanted.
the different Shashank or
This is a
something.
different Shashank from being there. I mean, of course, the auctioneer didn't allow it. They had to live with him, but he performed very well with the bat. He was retained, so that I think performing very well with the bat and getting retained. I think his complete redemption was done.
Yeah.
If there was any little redemption left, he was stand-in captain yesterday
Yeah.
when
When Shreyas was
Shreyas
subbed out.
Iyer
Yeah.
was subbed out. So I think Sashank's world is completely turned in a matter of
Correct. Yeah.
about 1 to 2 years from where he was picked in auction and not wanted by the team, and he was captaining the same team. That was very
Yeah. That's a
heartwarming to
great
watch.
turnaround.
It was a heartwarming thing to watch. And he also, I mean, I don't know, he's a long-term captain and all those things. I don't think he is in there. But he, even when Rajasthan was hitting initially, he
Hmm.
kept his cool. He was pretty cool for somebody who was captaining for the first time in the
Hmm.
IPL level. So it happened well. Of course, Harpreet Brar picking 3 wickets, I think sealed the game there. I think,
Hmm.
especially left arm spinner picking two left
Bowling into
armers,
left hand.
left hand bat, two Suryavanshi and Jaiswal, who are
Jaiswal.
destructive left hand batsmen. He dismissed both of them. And
And especially Suryavanshi is predominantly hitting only leg side or mid
ex-
wicket and square leg mainly.
exactly. So that way, I think Harpreet Brar was easily the man of the match yesterday. Um, Rightly so. That was PBKS almost sealed a spot in the
Yeah,
playoff with that win. But the next match with GT beating Delhi, it ensured Punjab,
correct. Yeah,
Bangalore, and Gujarat are now
are
confirmed of a
qualified.
place
Yeah,
to the playoffs. Uh, Only the fourth place is between LSG, DC, and MI now.
yeah.
So with MI looks more likely with the games coming up. Let us see how it pans out. But going into the GT versus DC game, what did you see of Rahul's 100 in a score of 199? There are questions being raised about Rahul could have been a little more faster, but some people coming in support saying that he was fine. So what did you see, Jaga?
I think he was fine. I mean, he scored at 10 runs and over. The overall team scored at 10 runs and over. The others didn't, right? Faf was very slow. Then you had Porel and Aksar, who basically scored at 9 runs and over. And that's pretty much, I mean, and they lost only 3 wickets, right? When you lose only 3 wickets, you probably should be scoring more than 10 runs and over with the kind of batting that you have. I thought they should have sent Abhishek Sharma, Ashutosh Sharma a little earlier or something like that. And I don't know instead of who, but I think it's a little unfair on Rahul. There's a specific role that he has to play, and it's not like he can't hit. He absolutely can. But I doubt if Rahul is your I don't think he's your two runs a ball kind of batsman. That's what you have Stubbs and some of the other folks for. So I think he was fine. The others should have definitely done a better job.
And also, Rahul, throughout this year IPL itself, I mean, though we know Rahul bats everywhere, in this year itself, he's batted at 4, 3, and suddenly yesterday he was opening. So they are
Yeah,
also not, I mean, with their multiple combinations, that people going back, not coming back,
yeah,
all those issues. I mean, Rahul has been moved around the batting order also. He's not got a fixed
yeah.
place also. So yesterday was the first time he was opening this year. So there have been a lot of I also felt that it's not right to blame Rahul completely. Though
Right.
overall DC should have gotten 15-20 runs more, given the fact they were only 3 wickets down throughout the 20 over period.
I think so too. Yeah.
Um, but again, with the chase that we saw, I don't know another 20 runs how much of a difference it would have made with the way Sai Sudarshan and Gill of course batted. I mean, one other point with the DC batting regarding DC batting was the way Sai Kishore bowled.
Hmm.
Sai
He
Kishore,
at last bowled
yeah, he
four
bowled.
overs.
I mean, he bowled 4 overs in the last game with Mumbai also and picked 2 wickets. Yesterday, he bowled 4 overs for one for 47. The 1 wicket was a left-hander wicket against whom he was never bowled. But the figures don't do justice to the way he bowled. He actually bowled very well. There were a lot of couple of lucky boundaries that Rahul got, misfield, completely beaten, edged, and going running away to third man and things like that.
Yeah,
Though he bowled a couple of hit me for 6 balls, otherwise he bowled very well. I think he is getting into the rhythm when as
hmm.
GT are approaching the playoffs. He could be a
That's good.
really handy 4 overs that they have for the playoffs from Sai Kishore. Of course, coming back to the batting, there is nothing much to talk about apart from Sai Sudarshan and Gill. Of course, like you saw,
Very,
I
very
mean,
clinical.
absolutely clinical. There was hardly a chance, a drop, a
Yeah,
close. I mean, there was a close umpire's call of Kuldeep's
yeah.
bowling,
The LBW.
LBW one, which
Kuldeep.
Kuldeep was very angry about. But still, an
Then
umpire's call,
umpire,
it's an umpire's
how
call.
did they?
Umpire's call is an umpire's call. So that is how it happens. But otherwise, they were just completely batting on a different planet. The way they with ease, the ease with which the Sai Sudarshan started extremely aggressively. Gill
Yeah,
was
correct.
playing
Shubhan was slow starting.
Gill was slow. And then over a period of time, both of them caught up with each other, and they were almost 5-10 runs this side, that side.
Correct. Yeah.
But then suddenly, Sai
Then
Sudarshan
he
decided
accelerated.
that I am the one to get the 100, because there was no way both of them could have got the 100 with the
Yeah.
target being just 200. So he just
Yeah.
pulled away from Gill and got that 100. I think Sai Sudarshan and Gill are probably preparing themselves to bat together in whites for India, given the way that
Oh, nice
all
one.
the rumors are going on. It was brilliant to watch them yesterday. Every shot, shot for shot, each matched each other. So it was very good to watch.
Yeah, I
Especially
think when
one
you're
no-look six by Sai
okay.
Sudarshan of Natarajan. That no-looks like, over wide long on, the way he keeps watching down and hitting it away. That was brilliant to watch. The timing and he gets his awesome Sai Sudarshan. If in whites also, if he can do all these
Yeah,
things, not hit those sixes, the consistency if he can get, we wouldn't miss the senior batters who have retired off recently, I think.
and I think we covered it in the previous video. He has played in some one of the English county sides also, so he has got himself a little bit of experience. Plus, I guess from a Ranji Trophy perspective, there's consistency. Let's see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see who gets picked for what. Like, are they picking on the basis of first class records, or are they using the IPL as a basis for picking people in form, whether you're as a captain or as a opening batsman? Because those are the two slots, like number one, number four, and maybe one captaincy slot are the ones that are free, right? So there's a lot of chatter around the captaincy now. Ashwin is suddenly bringing in Ravindra Jadeja into the fray, and he's saying, why can't we go with him? Why can't we give it to Bumrah? Let there be some sort of internship period and things like that. It almost seems like some sour grapes. Like he probably retired 6 months, 1 year too early.
Two
Maybe he
games
could have had a
early,
shot.
two test matches early.
Two tests, basically. Yeah.
So I mean, probably I think he's making a point for nobody looked at him as a captain over the years.
Yeah.
So I think his talks, when I watched his talks, that's what I understood. I mean, throwing in Jadeja is one thing, but I think
Yeah.
they say that he was kind of using Vadivel's dialogue like "Nee idhukku seripattu varamata" types. So that way nobody looked at him as a captain, has probably hurt him. I think not leading
Yeah.
didn't hurt him as much, but nobody saw him as a captaincy material
Correct. Yeah.
hurt him more, I think.
I
But
think he was seen, but I think the fact that he was not getting picked when India were touring may have
yeah,
come into the picture, because with Virat and Ravi Shastri, that was always happening when he was not getting picked. So there's reasonably no way he would have even been in the fray when Virat was not going to be captain anymore. So that would have hurt him for sure. I actually thought he would have been a good candidate to take over from Virat for a few years, of course, but Rohit was also around.
yeah, that's true. But going by what all the media, at least the media and all the ex-players are talking about, does it look more and more like Gill going to take up Test captaincy, Jaga?
I think so. I mean, I'm here definitely hearing a lot more. Maybe there's a PR machine also at work for him and Rishabh and whoever else. There's also talk about Jasprit Bumrah. So what? Yeah, we can give him the captain. Whenever he's not there, let Gill be the captain. I've heard about that option as well. But the thing is, I mean, it's a little difficult to understand on what basis you're going to make Shubman a captain.
I don't think
That's
Gill has
completely weird.
captained in the longer format.
Hmm.
Because I don't know how many games he's captain for Punjab in the Ranji Trophy also.
I
But
don't know if he's
actually,
how many. I think he played maybe a couple of games when he was back. I doubt if he captained then.
he's captain. I'm not sure about that. But even the India captaincy is done some T20 series is done, and he's done captaincy for
Hmm.
GT for 2 years now. So basically, are you going to make him a Test captain based on his T20 credentials, Chega?
Yeah, it seems weird, but at the same time, we picked Gambhir as a national coach based on basically the IPL, right? He hadn't done anything else outside of the IPL anyway. So if you can pick a national coach on the basis of IPL performance over say 2 or 3 years, or even Gambhir as a captain, maybe you're bringing in something from that perspective, then why not pick a national captain for tests also based on T20, right? Why should that rule only apply for coaching? I mean, why should
That's
that allowance only be there for coaching?
That's a valid point. But I think, I mean, Rahul would be a better candidate. I feel in term if you're trying to hand it over to Shubman after 2 years or 3 years, I think Rahul would be a better candidate because he is more likely to play all games.
Yeah.
It's my feel, and he also brings a calmness to the role. I feel. So there's a lot of things at stake. Once this IPL is over, we can be looking forward to a big announcement in terms of captaincy and squad
Yeah,
for
and
England series.
I hope they hold off the announcement until the. I don't know if they can hold off, right? I think the Test series starts 20th June or something like that. The
Yeah, yeah.
IPL is only scheduled to end third. They
Mm.
will want to announce something really as soon as the IPL is over or
Yeah.
towards the last stages. That just creates a bit of a iffy situation with so many contenders, and all of them are probably still going to be around in the final stages. If especially if DC and LSU also qualify, then you have Rahul and you have Rishabh. All of them are still in the fray. Uh,
DC and
I
LSG can't
think,
qualify now. Only DC or LSG
or
can.
yeah, okay, fine, that's good.
So,
Uh,
so
so I think KL Rahul would be a good choice for some reason over the years. I think the BCCI and I think us spectators and fans as also have got used to the idea of if somebody is 32 plus 35 plus, then anyway they're not going to be in for the long run, so why do we need to look at them? But I think you could take an example from countries like Australia, England, etc. They don't always give debuts to very new and teenagers or sub 25. Like they brought in a couple of folks during the India series, the Nathan McSweeney, and who's the guy who started that last
Sam
test, Ben
Constas,
something.
Sam Constas, huh?
The all-rounder, Webster, some boy Webster or somebody, right?
Bill Webster, yeah.
He's
Mm,
also
mm,
30 plus, and they
mm.
brought him in. So their
Yes.
point is that look, this is a particular situation. We need an all-rounder. We're going to give the debut to this person, and that's
Mm,
it. And they will
mm.
invest in him. It's not like if you're 33, you'll only play for a couple of years. You could play till 38 also.
Yeah.
So I think we get over fixated with youth, and somebody has to have a 10-year career as a captain. No, I mean pretty much most of the time captaincy is less of a 5-year tenure is pretty rare. I mean,
Uh,
more than that is very difficult. So
Yeah,
I
true. I mean,
I don't think we
you
should.
never know if he's going to consistently do that captaincy well for over a period of
Yeah,
10 years. I
correct.
mean, in
Exactly.
five
That's
years,
it.
you might have to replace him with somebody else. So
Right.
that's a valid point that you bring up. I mean, maybe so in that sense, Rahul makes a good case. Rahul
Yeah.
giving the captaincy to Rahul makes a very good case. Then let's see. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what game do you have today? Do we have an LSG game today, right?
LSG
LSG
versus
and Forest.
Sunrises.
Okay, yeah, I guess we'll come back after a couple of days once we've had some results. That I think hopefully by the time we do the next video, we'll have a better idea about what the final qualification set looks like, what the playoffs are going to look like. As of now, I don't think we still know where the venue is. There's speculation
Yeah.
on it'll be Ahmedabad or Saurav Ganguly is saying why it can't be Eden Gardens. So we'll see.
See,
Okay,
we'll
cool. Thanks a
probably
lot.
come back after 2, 3 games and
Yeah,
talk
sure.
about. Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot for you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.
And please sign up for the channel, subscribe, leave your comments. One pitch catch. Bye.
Catch.